want to though, because with how much I buy, I kind of need to make money.
How do you think I feel?
Yeah, Mr. VC, everything. Well, you have a stock of Ice 9 on you to sell at disposal.
I'm getting to the point where the girl that buys all of my merch is like, what else do you have? And I'll show her, and it's like out of like the 5 things, like those like 5 of the last like 20 items I'm willing to sell. She's like, I'll take that one. And it's like, crap. So I'm like, I've run through everything she wants that I'm willing to sell, and now I'm just like, oh, I guess I don't need the You're Not God shirt. She wants to buy the tie-dye Safest to Shadow, the red and black one. I'm like, I occasionally wear it, but I need the money, so maybe.
So there's a shirt that says "You're not God" or "You're not a God."
You're Not God, yeah.
Is there a design on it? Like, what's the design?
It's literally just giant font that says "You're Not God." Ice Nine Kills at the bottom.
Yeah,
that's it.
I was hoping it would be a little more exciting.
Oh, there's an ornament on it, or not an ornament. There's like a circle with IX in it.
I just thought that would be the back, and then the front would be a design or something.
No, it's not that cool.
Yeah, I see that. I kind of got my hopes up.
It was one of those shirts that I bought. I'm like, oh, I'm going to wear this so often. It's so cool. And I'm like, I've worn it 3 times, I think. It's a soft shirt, but like, I don't care.
I've probably worn my Hot Topic Einstein shirt more. They got new Spirit Box shirts too. Apparently it's the coolest thing on the street.
Apparently.
It's
just waiting on the vinyl.
Yeah, I'm just waiting on someone to give me the EP and not hijack my post next time.
I keep forgetting that happened.
Yep. I hate that guy. I don't even think he's in the group anymore, though.
Do you have any... What I Prevail stuff do you have?
Vinyl wise?
Yeah.
Post-traumatic.
Never mind. I was going to offer a trade for Eye for an Eye, but I'm like, never mind. I can get... $30 on
I have the Tour Trauma.
Ooh, same.
I had the dual LP and then the signed lifelines and stuff, but it's not currently here.
Where is it?
That's not important.
It's at your girlfriend's, isn't it?
Nope. We'll never know.
I don't like that answer. It makes me feel like you have a drug front.
Yeah, drug front for vinyl. Yeah, for sure. You're right. Caught me.
Well, I mean, that was the joke. On the business plan I made for a record store, we're making money because it's a drug front.
I think I have something else. I just can't. I have the signed poster and other things, but not VC wise.
I got nothing, so don't ask me.
All right.
John, do you have any I Prevail things?
Nope.
Well,
it's fine. I found the hard stuff, so I don't care.
Well, at least you got Beartooth before you got I Prevail.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. The new songs are okay for me now, so I've gone back and listened to the rest, and it's just kind of just okay.
That's how I feel about anything that's not disgusting.
What?
That's how I feel about anything that's not disgusting. Just okay.
That's what, like, the other 50% of the fan base is. They either love it all or it's not disgusting or sick, so I don't like it.
I don't even really like sick.
I don't really like anything besides the 2 new songs. And the clips that I've heard. Which they took down, Hunter.
Yeah, no. They took it down like 2 days after or something, right?
It was only a couple hours after, because I went to go listen to them again that night, and they were gone.
Yeah. It was a good listen, though.
It was a good. You got a good portion of the album on that.
Got 1/3 of it,
Yeah, pretty much.
basically. So Revolver had the restock, like of a couple.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky.
Of what, Beartooth?
Yeah.
Yeah, I grabbed one.
Yeah, because I went to it right after you said it and it was gone.
I must have grabbed the last one then.
Probably.
Oh well.
Mm. It's
Then
not like.
I got the beige and purple splatter.
Wow, special. There was an orange and purple one,
I don't think that's going to turn out that great.
but the beige and purple is better.
Probably not going to turn out that great either.
Beige and purple is probably going to turn out like the Discovery,
Probably.
because that was cream and splatter. So.
I mean, not to jinx anything, but
But
don't think
when you
there's
start
a
mixing
bad.
secondary colors,
Yeah. If the purple is translucent, it'll be fine. It won't be great, but it'll pass. But
I mean,
you have to see.
I don't think any of the variants are bad so far, so I'm hoping we just keep that going.
You're so screwed.
I mean, I've already bought it, so I can't be screwed.
How does it feel to be on the variant collection train where you have 20 plus variants at drop?
Not yet.
Oh, you know what I mean.
You're at what, 14 now? 15?
16.
16.
Yeah.
So it'll be 20 something by drop.
Yeah. I wasn't even at that with the day to remember.
That just happened over time.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Lifeblood, I think, was the worst at 13. But, like, that was over the course of a few months. This is all at once.
But after drop, they don't overkill it. Like, they drop one variant to two every 8 months. Like, with disease and stuff, they rarely, like, it's all at drop, and then you're kind of done for a while.
Yeah, but still, set up.
Yeah, it's okay. Hopefully it all gets here. Or I'll cry.
You won't have the VC anymore.
I mean, I technically don't have a VC anyways.
What are you missing?
Well, I'm not missing anymore, but it's still coming. I'd never had the black copy of Aggressive.
I thought you did.
No, I had two clear ones next to each other. No one said a thing. Yep.
See, that's what I wanted to do with Periphery. Just do the blue.
Yeah. No one in the whole grand scheme, no one like looks at it close enough.
No, because I was gonna do blue, white, and then the mix. That way they're not next to each other. So you really couldn't tell.
Well, see, I had bad lighting, and then I did clear, green, clear. So
you should have got a black inner sleeve and just put it on top of that.
Could have just grabbed a different black record. No one would have noticed.
Yeah, just hide the label.
No one notices the Aggressive's label at this point.
It's great. Well, fake fan.
Yeah, clearly. It's coming though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to do a new picture anyways when the new album comes out.
Yeah.
Hopefully a better picture.
Good news. If the Australian variant never comes in from JB Hi-Fi, I'm good. Even though the girl shipped it, if it doesn't arrive, I'm good.
Why?
It's the fucking retail one.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm. It's Apple Red.
Is the stickers the same as the retail?
Exactly the same. So
That's
the only
great.
the only thing I need to get is a white glow in the dark one.
Because that screw up.
Here's the thing. I've seen another glow in the dark one that's greener than mine. and mine's green. So I'm.
What the hell were they doing?
I don't know. I kind of don't care. Like I think you had white, whitish green, and then green maybe.
Yeah.
But there's so many shades in between that I'm just like I have the glow in the dark. I don't care.
Yeah. You should just get like the extremes of each color.
Yeah.
The whitest one you can find and the greenest
I'm
one
not
you
even
can
doing
find.
that. I have a glow in the dark. I'm good. I don't care. Other than that, I try to get the starbursts of like, here's one where the color's on the outside and here's one where the color's on the inside. You know,
Oh,
I don't care.
speaking of that, tell me how you like this one.
No.
I hate it.
Okay, never mind. I'll put it away.
Wait, no, wait, wait. Show me.
No, that's fine.
Come on.
Facebook's not letting me message you as meant to be. Yeah.
You could just screen share too.
Too late. You like that color? Or
I don't know how I feel about that. Here, John, I'll share the screen once I pull it up.
what do you mean you don't know? Is it bad or is it good?
It's better than I don't know.
It's better than yours, less than the one I had. That's how I would put it.
Yeah, but it looks I don't know.
Just show him.
That's what I'm waiting for.
I don't know how I feel about this one.
Do you like how it looks, John? This is a nice looking vinyl.
It's okay.
Like it looks fine.
What does mine look like?
It's a good question. You should give it to me and I'll let you know.
No, it's on Instagram. I knew that much.
Mine's on Instagram too.
I think mine turned out good. I don't remember.
I always get shafted on Day to Remember Starbursts. Even though I VC them.
I only have 2.
You do not have it posted, John.
Yeah, he does. Oh, yeah. He got the nice one too.
Yeah, that's a decent one.
That's a decent
one.
one.
No, that's about what mine looked like, and you said it was good, so I'm counting that as good.
I've seen better ones. There was one that, well, that's about where it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's a solid looking vinyl.
I used to care about getting like the nicest Starbursts for them, but like as long as I get one that doesn't look horrible.
Yeah, that's always good.
Like I don't care. It's fine. But
See, the thing is, mine didn't really mix. Like with the covers didn't really mix. They just like white in the middle and then purple on one side and blue on the other.
Yeah. That's how my homesick is for that variant.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, speaking of A Day to Remember.
Yeah.
We're going to cover their discography. That's a thing we do. We used to do that.
Yeah, we did.
Once upon a time.
That's why we made the podcast, was to discuss bands. And
then it turned into vinyl talk.
It really did. I don't know what I like better.
They're good. Both are good.
Can change it up?
I've been recording for like 20 minutes now, and it's been nothing but vinyl talk.
I enjoy talking about vinyl more than bands, I think.
Yeah.
I think it depends on like what band and what's going on with the band.
I mean, I've been trying to get them to do Bad Omens, but the Arcade only has 2 albums. I'm like, yeah.
We could do it.
Well, now we're going to have 3-ish and a 7-inch. We could do Bad Omens.
John, remember that idea we kept throwing around of one-hit wonders?
Yeah.
Of like just bands that have like 1 or 2 albums at most.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the only way we'll ever talk about like My Enemies and I, or
Probably.
Northern Ghost.
I would love to talk about Northern Ghost.
We're upon the Stony.
No, they have a discography. They have like
They
3
have
albums.
2 albums and EPs that are basically unknown.
Yeah, but
But you can listen to them. Oh, well, most of bands have these EPs. They're just not known.
What were the other
Bad
bands?
Omens has another EP, but no one knows it.
That EP sucks.
Yeah. We
I
don't talk
listened
about it.
to. I found the demo or the original version of Exit Wounds. It does not even sound like that song.
That's why
What
it's a
the-
demo.
It honestly sounds like My Enemies and I. I'll be honest. It's weird.
Hey, at least you didn't say it sounds like Bring Me the Horizon.
No, but yeah, we're gonna.
A day to remember.
Where are we starting?
At
I
the
I would just say let's just be good and start at and the name was Treason.
Yeah, I also agree because I listened to them in
Because
order
I'm
like a
not
good
going
child,
back and listening to the EP or the demo. I don't
and
give
I
a shit.
haven't heard them.
Can I talk about it? I want to talk about it.
All right, see you. I'm gonna sit right here.
Sam, I'll sit back.
Sucks. Don't ever try to find a name in the sand. It's the worst song in the world.
But you have it.
I do have it. Halos for Heroes. Garbage EP. It's bad. Self-titled EP. Basically, and the name was Treason with some like electronic intros and some songs like slight changes.
So bad.
No, it's fine.
And I'm just joking because when we talk about And the Name of Treason, I really don't care for that at all.
Same.
Well, let's just start talking about it's.
And we can probably lump Old Record into it
Well, yeah, I was gonna do both. Yeah,
because it's the same album but different instruments.
yeah, and that's honestly the thing that did need changed. What needed changed were the vocals.
Yeah.
But they were rushed. So,
At that point, you should just re-record the album.
well, they wanted to, but Victory was like, "No, we need the album right now." And
I don't
then pulled
understand. I don't
back on
understand that they could have gave him another couple days, and
it.
I think
He probably could have done it in a day.
probably he didn't
Day
have
to
to do that
record,
much.
day to mix it.
A day to remember.
Yeah. It to me, it's not a bad album.
There's some
There are
good
some-
songs on it.
Yeah, there are songs I enjoy on it.
I think like the first 3 or 4 are really good.
1958. You should have killed me when you had the kid.
Yeah, that's the one I really liked.
You had me at hello.
Yeah.
Casablanca sucked anyway.
Yep.
Nothing crazy, but
Yeah.
I like.
And after that, it kind of just falls apart.
Yeah, that's kind
Yeah.
of. Yeah. I think that's most of it. Oh, Heartless.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like I
there was,
said, like the first 3 or 4 actual songs, really good.
Yeah. There was an occasional great song, 4 out of the 10, 5 out of 10, something like that. But
For a first album, first full album, right? We're not counting the EPs or demos. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I can see what they're getting across.
For the time period, it's really good.
Yeah. I'd give it that for sure.
Just should have re-recorded the damn vocals, and it would have been much better.
Yeah, honestly, the on for those who have heart at the deluxe edition with the 2 or 3 songs that they re-recorded. 2?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 2, and then Why Walk on Water. Yeah. They sound great.
Yeah, they do.
That.
If they just did that for the re-record
I know.
instead.
Yeah.
Sounds like a no-brainer to me.
But hey, Victory.
Not Victory.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's a good album. I don't think it's as heavy as For Those Who Have Heart.
Not as good.
Yeah.
That's about all I have to say
I don't
about
have much to say about it. It's very much just it's there.
If you handed me a CD and said this was all I could listen to for one day, I wouldn't be mad if it was this album.
No, it's ironically that's the only album from them I don't put on. like willingly. Like if I'm listening to the discography, it's there.
Yeah.
Or when I was rephotographing my vinyl, and I would listen to the album that I was photographing just to see could I get the vinyl pictures done by the time the album finished. That was the only album, and I did old record for it, that I finished right around the last song on it. And that's the only time I've willingly put that record on.
I think I got one on sale and it's just been sitting on the shelf. I don't even know if I've actually listened to it.
I can tell you that I have heard from multiple people that the pressings absolutely suck for it.
Couldn't tell you. I didn't listen to it.
It's worse than just MP3s.
I'm pretty sure I got it off of Amazon for like $7.
$7, worth it. I'm trying to think what the most I ever paid for any one of the variants were. I think maybe 70 or maybe 60 for the Starburst, but I sold my other Starburst for 50, so I paid maybe 10, I don't know.
Well, mine would be whatever Newberry cost. That's about it.
Same.
What was that, 30, 40, something like that?
I think it was 30.
Yeah.
30 plus shipping each.
That was it for me.
The deal.
Other than that, it's been retail or less.
Yeah. Move on?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
This album's way better.
Okay, for those who have heart.
That's all I got to say. Yep.
Yeah. It's a great album.
Yeah, I love the deluxe version.
So, here's my thing with Jeremy is the early albums, he sounds really whiny. Like really bad.
His vocals are so weird. His scream vocals and the singing is just...
Yeah, I can't really say there's someone else out there like him. Whether that's good or bad in your opinion. For those who have heart, I think is the last, ignoring old record that came after, that had his whiny singing vocals in it.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it made it bad, but
if you like it, you like it.
Yeah, and most people like it, but I
also think that had to do with who produced everything too, because the production skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Well, Andrew Wade does. I think Andrew did for those who have heart. I think.
Did he? I'm looking right now.
I know he did.
Eric Arena.
Oh, I know Andrew did the deluxe songs where they re-recorded.
And the producer for Homesick was Chad Gilbert from Newfound Glory.
Well, what stuff did Andrew Wade do?
Did he do?
I know he did Homesick because they did the
He did Attack of the Killer B-sides.
But they did the documentary thing for Homesick.
Oh, he did pre-production for Have Faith in Me. That's all Andrew Wade's credits is from that album.
That's weird.
And Adam D from Killswitch did the mixing on that album. That's why it sounds so damn good.
Adam does a great job with stuff, I'll admit that.
Adam is one of the best mixers out there.
Yeah.
But who did, for those who have heart, let's see. Eric Arena and the band produced it. Eric Arena, I'm probably saying his name wrong. I don't really care. Did the mixing too. And then Andrew Wade came in and did the re-records.
All right. So what do you guys have to say about For Those Who Have Heart?
It's solid. That's all I really can say about it.
Yeah, after going from And Their Name Is Treason to that, I definitely felt the difference listening for the first time. Like, I didn't feel kind of bored at times listening for Those Who Have Heart. So I think it was, mixed, mastered better, for sure. Yeah. And the vocals are like starting to change more clear. So
I mean, when you look at the track listing, just the first, 4 real songs on it, it goes hard.
Yeah, and then you have to like show them the ropes, a shot in the dark.
Yeah.
I will say, and this is the dumbest thing, and I guarantee no one has ever said this about this song. My favorite A Day to Remember song is on this album.
Which one?
Why Walk on Water When We Have Boats? As
It's a good
like
song.
it's arguably one of the hardest A Day to Remember songs because it's just literally under 2 minutes, and it has no core. It has like what, like one kind of like sing along part, kind of.
Yeah.
And other than that, it's just like constant, just heavy, heavy sing along, heavy breakdown, and then that's it. Like
This
that's
album
it.
also has one of my favorite covers of all time too.
Yeah,
Since
true.
You've
Since
Been
You've Been
Gone.
Gone is a great cover. That yeah. I really don't have negative things to say besides his vocals are still whiny, but
Yeah, but I
they
mean,
don't bother
just looking
me.
at the track listing, just a 3-song, just punch in the face of danger and starting a fire, plot to bomb the pond. I can't even say it.
Plot to
And
bomb
mine,
the Panhandle.
yeah, I can't say it. I start getting there, and there's too many B's and P's. And then Monument.
And let's talk about how they got Ron Jeremy to be in a video.
Let's not talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
He's in a heaping load of trouble right now.
True. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's
But
true. Yeah.
It's solid. It's not my favorite, but it's solid. This album.
I hate saying that it's towards the bottom of my ranking,
But
it's only because the other albums are just so good.
It's either the 3 or 4 for me.
same.
It's kind of right in the middle.
Yeah, I'll agree. It's in the middle for me.
It's in the middle for me as well.
Like middle, yeah.
Mine's a little above middle. So
Mine's like directly in middle.
This is definitely an album I would pull out to listen to.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
What's funny is I always start off with Why Walk on Water, and then it starts back at the beginning. Then I'm like, okay.
Oh no. That person.
Dude, I absolutely love Why Walk on Water. It honestly, it's one of my favorite songs in general, and I hate that it's not on vinyl.
Yeah, it's not. They put Since You've Been Gone on vinyl though.
Yeah,
Right, that's what he's always needed. Just that song.
Dude, give me a 7-inch with that song, and I'll buy like 30 copies of the same variant. I don't care. Can we skip the next one? Or are you guys done with?
I'm done with that one.
I'm done. Yeah. We can skip the next one as well while you're on it. Just skip.
Yeah.
It wasn't the greatest, I guess. So
Which
I have
one are
to
you
say
talking about?
the next one.
Homesick?
No. The one we are skipping over.
That was a joke. We were going to skip Homesick.
Yeah. Oh.
We're not
Are
going
you
to
saying
skip
Old
Homesick.
Record?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
Old
no.
Record is just in Their Name is Treason.
Yeah, it's that first album, but with new
Mhm.
instrumentals, which is just so stupid.
All right. I wonder what separates me from you.
Now we got to talk about the perfection that's Homesick.
Horrible album. Just kidding.
It's
It's
fun.
great. It's my favorite album.
It's mine too.
Still.
It's a great album. It's my second favorite. I'll say that.
It's close between that and my second. I'll give it that. Like
I
it's
will
hard to
say
decide.
They interchange, but I find myself going back to the other one way more often. That's my thing.
I don't think there's a bad song on Homesick. At
I
all.
agree. I don't think there is either.
Every song hits perfect.
The features, absolutely golden.
I always forget the features on this album.
This is the only album that I like anything from Mike. Because I'm not a Devil Wears Prada fan. I don't like his vocals. I'm fine with him.
That hurts.
It does hurt, but I mean,
What a great band and
I Made a Wax Larry is such a
Everything.
good song. And the video is so fun for it.
It is. That's a great video. Vincent's feature.
I always forget he's on it because you don't really see it anywhere.
Well, it's never credited really anywhere. And
It is in the liner notes.
Well, yeah,
But the fact you have to sit there and read the liner notes.
right.
His feature isn't out forward.
And also, as weird as this sounds, in the song, he sounds very much like Jeremy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not sticking out.
Yeah, like for years, I honestly didn't think there was a feature until someone was like, "Oh yeah, Vincent from the Acacia Strain's on Homesick." I'm like, "No, he's not." What? And this was after I had the variant collection, I think. I'm just saying, like, no.
You got to read the liner notes.
No. But it honestly, like, not a bad song.
No, none.
Mm-mm.
Any song could play, and I'm jamming to it.
Honestly, I will say this. Perfect production.
You can see why.
Perfect songwriting. Perfect performances.
Yeah.
Honestly. All around. Also, the first album that Alex records on for drums.
Yeah.
And he absolutely kills it. Let me see. I'm trying to remember how old Alex was when he did it. Is it something ridiculous?
Really?
Yeah.
That's killed it though. Ooh, it's also the downfall of us all, and if it means a lot to you, are gold. Like gold. Did you know that? It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really done with that. I can't say anything better about it.
So Alex was around 18 years old when he did Homesick.
How old was Caleb when he wrote the mid part for
13? 12 or 13?
Stickly?
I think.
He was like 14 or 15.
Was he? I thought he was 12. Could be
No,
wrong.
he was older.
Yeah.
I've watched that making of video so many times, and he's such a young boy.
He is.
All right, we can move on.
Yeah, I don't. Do we want to? It's so good.
I know it's so good, but I mean, if we don't, we're going to be here all night.
It's true. Yeah, you're right. Okay, fine. We'll move on to my favorite album.
You want to talk about the EP?
Going back. Attack of the Killer B-Sides has 2 songs on it that aren't anywhere else. That's it.
Yeah.
Cable Car and the Christmas one. What's the Christmas one?
Right where you want me to be?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it wasn't the Cable Car. That was on a Pump Goes Up.
It is, but it's.
You mean on
I'm saying,
vinyl?
I mean, like A Day to Remember releases.
Oh, okay.
Because Since You've Been Gone was put on For Those Who Have Heart. And then.
On this too.
Yeah. What's the 4th song?
Another song about the Weekend acoustic.
Yeah, and then that was on the Deluxe Homesick. So.
I don't really care about any of these songs really, besides the covers.
Cable Car is a cover that I didn't know I ever wanted, but I enjoy it. It's there.
I mean, Right Where You Want Me to Be isn't that great of a song in my opinion.
It's not well recorded.
Not well anything, I don't know. In my opinion, again.
It's fine. I listen to it occasionally. But yeah, that's it. That's about it. Yeah.
All right, moving on.
So my favorite album, What Separates Me from You.
This would be my second favorite.
The amount of people that hate this album, I will never understand.
I definitely don't hate it.
Just kidding.
But like, I know people hate it because like, oh, they went too mainstream or Kevin ruined the songwriting. It's like, no, it's fine.
I do wish it was mixed better though.
See, I'm fine with the mixing.
I wish somebody was there to tweak it just a little bit more.
All right, that's fine. I'm fine with it. I
Other
will
than that,
say,
it's great.
Someone on my Instagram feed posted a story and I laughed at it so hard. He said, when you write an absolute beater like Second Sucks, you have every right to make as much pop music as you want. And I'm like, that's fair. But Honestly, this entire album.
Yeah, again, this is just like Homesick. Any song can come on and it's a good song.
It's Homesick, but lighter, but still just as good.
Mix it slightly better and redo it, and it might be on par with Homesick for me.
Okay, what about the mixing don't you like? Because I'm curious, because to me, I'm completely okay with it.
The guitars. I don't like the way the guitars are mixed at all. That's what kills me.
All right.
Those guitars could sound so much better.
All right.
And I don't know if it's just maybe what they ran the signal through when they recorded it, but there's just something about those guitars that just pissed me off.
All right. That's fair.
But other than that, I love the album.
You know what? We forgot to do something that we always do.
What?
Favorite song off the album. So wait, we're going back.
And the name was Treason. Heartless.
Oh, I'm going. Mine was You Should Have Killed Me When You Had the Chance.
You know, say 1958.
Those are probably the three best songs on the album anyway.
No, Gospel Like sucked anyway. It's pretty good. If that's the song I'm remembering, I could be like completely wrong.
Yeah. See, I know I liked one a little bit more, but I can't remember the name, so I just went with the safe bet.
Fair. That's totally fair.
One of them in the beginning 4 songs was like amazing, but I wasn't looking at the title.
That's
so
fine.
It might have been Heartless.
For those who have heart.
I go Monument. I love the sing-along part.
I don't remember the names. So I'm not going to give an answer.
Well, I already know what Bryce's would be on Deluxe.
Well, okay, I'm going to say one that's not the Deluxe.
Okay.
So I'll say The Plot to Bomb the Panhandle. But Monument is a close second.
I mean, it's those group vocals at the end.
It is.
And I'm driving in my car and I sing along to it every time.
The person next to you is just like, huh, shut up.
But if we start going Homesick, I can't pick one.
Okay, you can pick 2 for Homesick. I'll allow that.
That's still an issue.
That's still an issue because I'll go I'm Made of Wax and
I wanted to check something.
I'll say Holding It Down for the Underground.
All right, cool. I think I just have a thing for really short A Day to Remember songs because I'm gonna say You Already Know What You Are and I'm Made of Wax. And You Already Know What You Are is literally under a minute and a half.
Yeah.
But it's so good.
Hunter, how about you?
Mine is I'm Made of Wax, and then, the cringy kid always has to go with Mr. Highway's Thinking About the End. So,
I mean, that's still a solid breakdown.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's a great album.
It's a classic,
You
so you have to include the classic. Yeah,
honestly,
I mean, every
everything
song's
on
still
this
good like that, obviously. So,
Yeah.
I'm surprised none of us said Had Faith in Me.
it's a great song, but I don't like it more than the other 2.
Yeah.
Sure.
But it's still a really great song.
All right, let's go back to where we were.
Yeah, what's separates me from you?
Favorite song?
Favorite songs. I'm gonna go Better Off This Way. I'm gonna have to do 2. And Second Sucks.
Okay. Hunter.
You Be Tails, I'll Be Sonic, and All Signs Point to Lauderdale.
Okay.
What about you?
Dude, I don't know. I keep putting pairs. I'm like, All I Want, and it's complicated. Where I'm like, This Is the House that Doubt Built, and Second Sucks, or maybe All Signs and Better Off. Like, I don't know. It's.
I just have to look at 2 and pick 2 at this point.
That's what I did. I just picked 2 different ones from you.
I do All I Want and Better Off This Way.
Yeah.
Also, All I Want probably has my favorite music video.
The music here is so fun.
Like, more bands need to do that, I think.
There were so many people I didn't expect to be in that video too.
And just like Tim Lambesis was in it, which is like left field for me. Like
Tim Lambesis was in it. Matt Hafey from Trivium was in it.
Yeah, Bring Me the Horizon was in it.
Yeah.
Which I mean, like looking back at that time.
Does Wikipedia have all the?
The guy from MXPX is in it.
Pete Wentz is in it.
Oh yeah,
Winston McCall, Devil Wears Prada, Sam Carter, Dallas Taylor was in it. I always forget about that. Silverstein.
Vic is in it from Pierce the Veil.
Andrew WK, August Burns Red. Vic. Mike
Basically,
from MXPX.
Vincent from Twisted Strain.
I kind of expected that after finding out Homesick.
Yeah. Honestly, basically that video is just Warped Tour in a music video.
That's one of my, when I saw them in 2017, they opened with All I Want. That was the greatest choice.
I always see people say that there was so much hate for that song when it first dropped because that was like the first single from the album. And it's like, it's not that different of A Day to Remember song, but people kept saying it was too like radio rock. And I'm like, I don't see it.
I don't either because there was so much radio rock on Homesick too.
Right. I mean, that's kind of like what they've always done. Or I shouldn't even say radio rock, just like a straight up like pop punk song. Like that's it. But
I loved it.
Yeah.
Go back, remix the guitars. Perfect.
I think if Kevin sang more on the album,
maybe
I'd be into it. Because there's a few parts where he does really well. And I'm like, okay, do a little bit more.
Now we can move on to
Post
the whole victory. The victory situation.
This is the album that I first listened to because my ex-girlfriend was like, you need to listen to this song, and showed me right back at it again. And I absolutely loved it.
I didn't know there was only 2 singles from this album.
Well, it had a short release date.
It did. It didn't have a good cycle.
No.
But that's because of everything that's going on with Victory.
Yeah. I think it just feels like a long album to me.
It is a long album.
I mean, it's only 16 songs.
You say only 16. That's an hour and 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's pretty much 2 A Day to Remember albums put together into one.
Yeah.
And they did that to say fuck you to Victory.
Yeah. I think this has the most accessible A Day to Remember songs on it.
I would say that, and the best variety.
Yeah, I think this really shows like, hey, if you want an idea of what A Day to Remember does, here.
Yeah.
I honestly think this has some of their best songs.
They're up there. Right Back at It Again is great. Sometimes You're the Hammer, fantastic. I love End of Me.
Violence, I think, is great. Even City of Ocala, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really have too many negative things to say about Common Courtesy besides it feels a little long. Like if it was like 2 songs shorter, I'd be into it more.
Well,
but I don't know what I would take off.
Did they ever release a version that didn't have the bonus tracks on it?
I don't believe so, no.
I don't know why they keep calling them bonus tracks. If they were to literally write 2 or 3 more songs, they could have split this into 2 and made 2 albums out of it.
Yeah.
But
are there any songs you don't care for? Like if they were gone, just whatever.
Bonus tracks.
Yeah.
You can get rid of the bonus tracks and I'd be okay with it.
So that would be what? Leave All the Lights On, Good Things in Same Book?
Yeah.
See, I like Good Things, but I'll agree with Leave All the Lights On in Same Book.
If you got rid of the bonus tracks, the album, it really wouldn't change, but I wouldn't care.
I Remember is a cool song, I think, like having them sit around and just talk about stuff.
Yeah.
But,
I think everything's pretty good on it. End of Me's a great song.
I do wish they would have kept the original version of The Document Speaks for Itself.
What's the original?
They have the voicemail that Tony left them saying that he was going to sue them. And it opens with that.
I never heard that.
I'll send it over to you. It's absolutely great.
But I mean, all of this was a big fuck you to Victory.
Oh yeah,
all
for
of it.
sure.
And the most expensive Dave Member album vinyl.
Yeah, that was going to be my only negative here.
Oh, why? Because you don't have any.
Because I mean, it'd be a cool album to have, and 300's just not cutting it.
I bought it for $20 off of Amazon.
Good deal.
Great deal now that I'm looking at it.
Yeah, honestly, and I'm thinking about what I paid now. So, favorite songs. We'll do 2 just because it's a long album.
I think I already said mine too. But Sometimes You're the Hammer, and I have to go End of Me. I keep going to End of Me in my head.
All right.
I'll go with mine. Violence, and then it might have been Sometimes You're the Hammer, but it also might have been Dead and Buried. I don't remember. It was one of those two that I really loved.
Dead and Buried is the one where in the chorus he says "dead and buried."
I mean, that's a good point. So it was probably not that one.
I'll say Right Back at It, and I guess Violence.
Yes, fine.
Well, I don't know. I'm going back between Violence and Sometimes You're the Hammer.
I think just go Sometimes You're the Hammer. So
I mean, they both of those songs go hard.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
Okay. I also think it sounds real good. The mixing is great, producing is great.
Yeah, it sounds like a beefy album.
Except for what we found out that night, that he didn't use bass drums.
Stop ruining the album for me.
Those are MIDI bass drums that they put in afterward.
I'm curious why.
I have no idea.
Because you wouldn't know it. Hunter, did you have any idea that they were MIDI bass drums?
He didn't play those when he was recording.
I know. I don't
I
How do you
would have
feel
never
about that?
known. I feel lied to and neglected.
Right.
I mean, maybe it's a technique that they use, but
Feels fake.
You're
Now that you say, okay.
So when you're listening to any song, especially that album, just know he's only doing the snare and the toms and the cymbals.
Yeah.
Any bass drum, put in later.
Kind of makes me sad.
But again, I don't.
Like, why wouldn't they just play it? So.
I don't know.
And I didn't believe him, but John has the stems for one of the songs.
I have the stems for Right Back at It Again. And when you listen to like the room mic, there's no bass.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I have no idea. Maybe it was just to make him sound better.
Oh, probably.
It could be. I don't know if it's what they do, because I do know they record their guitars clean. And then they after effect it with distortion.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I know it's a technique because I've seen Caleb use it on Beartooth, but
I just find that strange.
It feels like just play it raw, but I understand it because I've seen it used. But so it's not unusual to me. It's still interesting.
Because I have the stems for Dance Gavin Dance, and he plays it with all the distortion and already through it. Why'd you mute yourself, Hunter?
I have to keep muting just in case there's a video from my brother. Don't worry about it.
You watching porn over there?
No. He's having computer issues, you know, the usual.
Watching too much porn. I got you.
Well, I want to move on to
Where the brakes start falling off.
You mean their best album?
I like this album, but I can feel it starting to get shaky.
Can I be honest? This to me is their most forgettable album. Because I will listen to it and I know all the songs. I'm looking at the track list now and there's so many songs here that I'm like, I don't know what it sounds like. Like, I couldn't tell you, like, I mean, like, Paranoia, Naivety.
I don't like Naivety.
I enjoyed it. I like the video more than the song, I think.
Of course, that song sucks a lot, I think.
Same.
Same About You, I know. Turn Off the Radio.
I love Turn Off the Radio.
In Florida. All the other songs I could not tell you.
Bullfight?
I don't know what it sounds like. I know I like
Really?
it.
Bullfight and Paranoia are my two favorites.
I would
Like,
say Turn
I
Off the
know-
Radio and Bullfight are my favorites.
Like, I know I like Bullfight, but I don't.
So the album isn't good, is what you're saying.
This is where you start feeling the foundation start crumbling from a day to remember, I think. Because everything was super strong up to this point.
I mean,
Well,
I mean, strong enough.
yes.
I mean, you had okay, good, fantastic, really great, and now we sprung a leak.
it's not a bad album.
I'm not saying it's bad, but
It's just
it's where, you know,
fun. I will say this is probably my second least favorite The Day to Remember album.
I put that there too.
Like, it's not bad enough to say I don't listen to it, but it's just enough for me to say I don't care.
You said it's your least favorite?
Second least.
Okay, good.
I put And Their Name Was Trees, an old record under it.
Okay. Not what I did, but sure.
Not what I did either.
I know what you guys did, and I think I switched the two that are around it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I can also say good production on this album too, though. Songs that I like.
Yes, yeah, it's not bad. I will say when Paranoia dropped in high school, well, for me, I was in high school. I was a senior.
I was way out of high school at this point.
Wait, Hunter, you were in middle school?
I'm pretty sure. What year? 2016?
Oh, 2016. Oh, I wasn't a senior in high school. I was a junior. Either end of sophomore year or beginning of junior year.
I'm 6 years out in the
It's
workforce.
5 years ago, so I would have definitely been in middle school. Even if like the years are off, I would have been 8th or 7th.
Yeah. But I remember Paranoia was dropping on iTunes, and there was no sight of it being released as a single after, like anytime soon. So I borrowed Laura's phone for a class, and I told my psychology teacher, I'm like, hey, this band's dropping this song. Can I listen to it during class? And he's like, we're doing a lot of group work today. So he's like, yeah, that's fine. And I'm like, cool. So I'm just sitting there with Laura's phone, and I'm just like, okay, I'm going to listen to it. And it was a okay song. It was fine.
Okay.
I don't know. I was expecting more from it, I think, but
I also had too many singles. Jesus. 6 singles.
yeah, they really had I mean, it's still, what's only 13 songs?
Yes, about half the album.
48 minutes.
Yeah.
Lengthy albums.
Favorite songs?
I already said it. Paranoia
said it.
and Bullfight.
Okay.
And his was bullfight and turn off the radio.
All right. I'll say Bad Vibrations and In Florida, I think.
Okay.
Sure.
I don't think you can really pick two bad songs on it, but it's more so just
What you remember.
yeah, at least for me. But
I like Same About You too. But
yeah. Like, there's not really a bad song on it. It's just they're kind of there. You know?
and we'll just call it that. I don't want to go on any further.
Yeah. Rescue Me. Fine.
Actually,
Fine song.
Rescue Me is a fun song. I like that song.
So many people kept hating on it, and it's like, well, one, it's not really a Day to Remember song.
That was Marshmello doing his thing.
Yeah, and it was fine. They fit. It worked well. I don't know if Hunter listened to it or not.
Yeah, I like that song, actually.
Okay.
But, you know,
Favorite song from it?
Favorite song from what?
Rescue
the
Me.
one.
Yeah, Rescue Me.
Rescue Me.
Yeah.
Now we got to go on to this piece of shit.
No, there's one more.
What
did
are
I
we going?
miss?
The
Live
live.
at the Audio Compound.
Yeah, about that.
We were
It's
talking
okay.
about it.
I really don't care.
I
It's
didn't see it in
9
person, so it wasn't great.
It's fine.
I didn't listen to it because I'd
It's
rather
good for
see
what
it.
it was, I guess.
It's one of those things that I listened to it once and I'm just sitting here like, it's a thing. It was cool they brought I'm blanking on her name.
Sierra.
Yeah, they brought her in to do the feature. That was cool.
That was nice, but I don't care. It's okay.
Yeah.
They could have did something so much better.
I mean, I think for doing an acoustic show,
I don't know why they had to do it acoustic though. I think it was just to promote the single that was about to come out.
yeah, maybe, but that's weird that they did a 9-song album.
Oh god.
We go into it.
I'm looking at it and I'm just like,
I'm fine with it.
Well, let's start off with the first disappointment I had. Its album cover after 9 months looks like an off-brand Homesick, and the album was not Homesick.
Okay, to be fair,
I mean,
all
that's
of their album covers are the same.
it's always
yeah, that's a
supposed
good
to
point.
be the back of the guy looking at something.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
it didn't deliver.
it's okay.
I will say, I'm not a massive fan of the album art. I'll say that. Every time I look at it, it reminds me of like some splice between like Wizard of Oz imagery and the Sound of Music imagery.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't like
it
the
looks
font
like a
they
music.
use for You're Welcome either. That bothers me a lot.
You know, they could have just not put that there.
They couldn't.
Honestly,
I
yeah,
just-
that wasn't there.
Probably be better.
I think if you would have replaced that with like another couple exposed bricks, would have been fine.
Huh.
Um,
Well, still, there was the thing about them delaying the album because of the art, whether it's true or not, and then that shows up.
and then, well, yeah.
I mean, it's a good point still,
Um,
but I don't care about the album. I care about the album, so thoughts there.
The album is just. There's only like 2 songs that work for me, and that's it.
I think there's more than 2 for me. Some songs I'd prefer not to listen to, and some songs I'm okay with, and I still would prefer probably not to listen to.
I'm just saying.
But there are some songs that I think are fine.
Everything We Need. I do love that song.
Yeah.
But other than that, you could flush all these down the toilet. I'm looking at you, Bryce. I want to hear your rebuttal.
I don't hate this album.
I listened to it 4 times in a row, and I got zero enjoyment out of it.
I mean, I enjoy it. It's fine. It's fun for me. Here's the thing. I will say this: as much as I love A Day to Remember, and I think I like listening to this album more and more. I do think this plays a big role in why I like it, and I think it's a justifiable reason, at least for me. Is if you listen to their discography straight through.
Yep.
They don't have many sound variations. Ignoring And Their Name Was Treason. They have different types of songs.
I kind of beg to differ, but okay.
But if you put them together, it's like, for those who have Heart to Homesick, not that massive of a shift. Homesick and What Separates Me From You, basically same thing. Common Courtesy to What Separates Me From You, basically same thing. It's not, they have a very specific sound of an album, and that's what they do. This, to me, is at least something that's like, it's A Day to Remember, doesn't sound like your typical A Day to Remember album, and I'm fine with that.
It's not the sound
Sure.
of the album.
You can evolve and still sound better.
And I'm just saying, go look at Bring Me the Horizon for that.
I'm just saying, personally,
Or
I would have been
Architects.
really bored. I think I shouldn't say really bored.
That's what this album does to me. It bores the shit out of me. And it's got nothing.
Yeah.
The songs are just weak.
Okay, here's a question.
I
Here's
think
an
there's
answer.
4 or 5 songs I like.
If a different band put this album out, if this was a new band, first album, and it
No.
didn't have A Day to Remember's name tag
I
on
did
it.
this with my girlfriend. I played her the songs off of here. She couldn't tell it was A Day to Remember until I told her at the end, and she said the album stunk anyway.
Yeah, I think it would still be a fine album, I guess, with no name attached, but you still have to hold their name to a standard.
I'm not like saying this album is their best thing. Like it's
definitely
my third. If we're being legitimate, my least favorites literally go And Their Name Was Treason, Bad Vibrations, You're Welcome.
That's fair.
Swap them around a little bit, and I think we're good to go.
I'm not defending this as like, this is my favorite album, this isn't my top 2. Like, no.
The songs are just too boring to me.
But I
love when bands change their sound.
Yep. Same.
I'm looking at the track list.
Bring Me did it great. Architects did it great.
Well,
Parkway
Bring Me
Drive
also
did it really good.
Like a 2-hour electronic EP or whatever.
We can skip over it. They skip over that now.
They do. See, like I have issues with individual songs. Like Brick Wall, I think shave off 5 seconds at the end. Make the production for each vocal section the same. Would have been fine.
Ish.
Bloodsucker, I will say Bloodsucker I don't care for.
I don't either.
That doesn't do it.
Their halfway hardcore song or whatever you want to call it.
Last Chance to Dance is fine.
It's
I don't
good.
think so, but okay.
It's one of the better songs in the album. I think you would agree to that.
It's
Maybe.
yeah, and I think you can chalk that up to Will Putney. He co-wrote that song with him.
I don't know. Honestly, Bloodsucker is the only song that Bloodsucker and Brick Wall are the only 2 that I occasionally skip. And maybe Viva La Mexico. But
Yeah.
I'm just over it. I get so bored.
See,
I would. Same. Those are the only like 4 songs that don't bore me. Is Last Chance, Looks Like Hell, and then Permanent, Everything We Need.
I think Everything We Need is a great song.
Yep.
And it's a great closer.
And
But
yet,
what
when
comes
the band
before
put
that-
that out, everyone accused them of being way too soft. And it's like they've done acoustic songs before, though.
But I didn't.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying a lot of people criticize them for putting that song out. But it's like, have you guys listened to half of Common Courtesy?
Yeah, I mean, if it means
Like-
a lot to you,
Right. But I think at that point, they were just trying to find things to hate for the album.
Yeah,
I went in trying to like it.
same.
See,
I went in 4 times over.
Okay,
I
didn't
went
go
in
that
just
far.
wanting to listen to it. That was it.
It just,
I went in and listened, and
they
It
should have
just-
just trashed this album and made something else. They had the time. Or actually try to improve on it.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm fine with it.
I'm not.
hey,
Not my favorite Day to Remember album by far, but I'm okay with it.
It ends up last on my list, and that's where it's going to stay. Unless they remember somehow outshits this album.
it's
Well, I guess I'm
possible.
going to be the only one. I will say Permanent and oh.
Taking a hard time to figure out your
I
next
guess
favorite
last
song.
No, I was going between Last Chance to Dance, FYM, and Looks Like Hell.
Yeah,
But I'll say Last Chance to Dance. And every time I read that, I read it as Last Chance to Make Amends.
Yeah, I did it too because
same.
of you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's 4 songs
Overall,
out of
though,
14, not bad.
I will say this. I don't think there's any band out there that has a perfect discography.
I, again, beg to differ, but okay.
Okay, but I'm saying, like,
Isn't that's a very opinionated
It
thing
is,
as well?
yes.
That's
Because
right.
I could say Chiodos, and a lot of people would disagree because they hate Devil. So,
see, I like Devil, but I don't like anything else.
well, I started on Devil and worked backwards, so
Um,
it was easy.
I started the right way, but I still love all the albums.
I started
Speaking
the
of which,
wrong
I
way.
cannot wait for the New Drugs album. Just putting that
Same
out
here.
there. I don't know what the hell he's doing, but it'd be nice to hear his voice heavy again.
I'll say
Yeah.
this. I think it's not. I will say this. For A Day to Remember being a band for as long as they have, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think having one objectively bad album is fine.
Sure.
It depends on where this ship goes after this.
Yeah, I think it also depends. Like, your bad album should be the beginning of your discography, not the
No.
most recent.
Look at Suicide
know.
Silence.
Well,
Suicide
different
Silence just
singer.
kind of
That's
threw out that self-titled album, and that stunk.
Right.
Yeah.
But then they put out Become the Hunter.
And that's not the best album,
No, but
but it's more listenable.
Yeah. Like it's a fine Suicide Silence album.
I bought that on vinyl. That's how much I actually like that album.
Yeah.
Did not buy You're Welcome.
Like Silverstein has Arrivals and Departures.
I know everybody hates that album. I love that album. I don't care.
I don't care. I don't know.
I mean,
Eskimo
speaking of
Cowboy has
Silverstein,
Rehab. I mean, it's
next
Silverstein.
week, Silverstein.
I already know what it is, and it's fine. I'm good.
We both know what it is.
No,
but
I know more than what it is. It's fine. I have
Interesting.
friends that know the band.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Are we getting more than a single?
I'll tell you after.
Fair enough.
Eskimo Cowboy has Rehab.
So, how many albums are we talking for a discography long?
More
I
than
will say
3 or more.
I'll say
Silent
I'm
Planet,
saying 5.
since you're going 3 or more.
I'd say 3 or more. When you get to 3, I feel like you actually that's a discography.
Fair. I think
Yeah.
when you get to 5 albums, one of those 5 are probably not the best work you've done.
For some bands, yeah.
Regardless if it's your first or last album, like whatever. Like Rehab.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah. Well, again, I like that album, but it's disappointing. That was a disappointing album for me.
So like
So you're welcome.
I'm glad we were on
I'm
the
not
same
saying
page
that
there.
you can't not hate it. I'm just saying I don't.
Well,
I
good
don't
for you.
hate it.
But I
Yeah,
also don't hate Rehab. I just like giving it hate.
I don't hate You're Welcome, but I'm never going to listen to it ever again.
same.
Guys, it's getting late. I'm getting more and more comfortable with paying the $500.
Do it.
I'm still waiting for this guy to send me that PayPal.
I'm waiting for the guy to send me pictures. But
Well,
okay, I will say this. Out of 10, how would you rate A Day to Remember's discography?
8.25 out of 10.
That's very specific, all right.
Yeah. I'm not gonna give it that. That's for sure. Let me come up with something over here.
Then what would you say, Bryce?
See, I'm not saying like, hey, take all the albums, say whether or not you like them, do that out of 10, right? I would say, I think 8.5, maybe 9 on a good day.
See, I think it's more than 8, but less than 8.5.
See, I'm saying less than 9.
And I think it all comes down to You're Welcome and The Name is Treason.
See, I'm saying
I'd bump it straight up to a 9.5 at that point. Without those albums.
Get rid of And Their Name Was Treason, and I'll say 9. But see, Bad Vibrations to me is just so forgettable that
Yeah.
I don't know. Would you guys ever variant collect them?
No.
No. Definitely not. No.
No? You sure? It's a fun
No.
time. I want someone else to join me. I want someone else to do it.
Not after knowing there's 26 variants of Homesick.
They're 26?
It's a good album.
Is there 26? I'm pretty sure we've counted them.
It's been a while.
Okay.
Let me see. I'll pull up my thing. I think I have it updated.
Do you really?
I might. I don't know. It's been a while. I don't even know if I have the You're Welcome variants on it. So I also have the cassettes on it. The last Homesick was the blue, green, red, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, oh God. Oh my God. Dude, looking at the chart makes me hate having a variant collection.
Oh,
okay.
geez.
So this is just Homesick, including the 2 cassettes are somewhere. Right here.
Those 2.
Yeah. So we're at 1.
So wouldn't that be 25 minus 2? Or am I crazy?
24, I'm counting. I might be off. I might not be.
Minus the cassettes?
Yeah.
There's only 2 cassettes, right?
Yeah.
67 minus 42 minus 2.
That is too much math for this podcast.
Okay. That's a good point. Good point.
Okay, no, I counted again and it's 24. Yeah.
Including or not including the cassettes?
Oh,
Not
is the blue box is a variant?
Blue is
right?
old record.
No. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And then I have them color coded.
Well, aren't you special?
Yeah. Then what separates me from you? Has way too many. Actually, I'm curious if that has more.
Nah, I think it's got 2 less.
They have 21, so it's 3 less. But there's 2 black ones. So 20.
I thought there was actually 3 blacks.
There are, but I could only find pressing info for 2 of them. but black is black unless it's a different weight. I don't care.
Double check Discogs now. I think the third one's put up with the info. I have
Might
the
be,
second pressing black one.
See, I have the 2018 one. Let's see. There's 3 black, 2014, 17, and 18. I have the 18 one, which is out of 1,000. I know that.
Oh wait, no, I would have the whatever. I'd have the first pressing black then. I'm sorry.
So the out of 300.
Is
which
it?
is that's what it's supposed to be. But again, it's black. No one's gonna care.
I think so. I could be wrong. Whatever one came with the CD booklet.
They all do.
Nope.
Yeah, they do. Yes, they do.
I got 2 of them. One of them
Sir, well, it's missing it because I literally have them all and they all came with the CD booklet.
didn't. Oh, really?
Yeah. Take the word of someone who variant collects them.
Actually, I'm going to
They
get
all-
rid of the black one anyway, but I'm keeping the CD booklet.
I mean, yeah, you might as well, honestly. Also, Bad Vibrations has like so few vinyl. I
Good.
kind of like, as much as I don't care about the album, I wish it had more.
I think it's all Epitaph's fault, though.
Yeah. All I Want could use a couple more. I'm surprised All I Want never got a Starburst treatment.
Is it the only one that didn't?
Yeah, it's the only Victory one that hasn't, because Attack of the Killer B-Sides got it as the last pressing in 2019.
Real quick question while we're looking at this. The yellow for those who have heart. How many is that out of? And when was that released?
Yellow
2007.
out of
Okay.
1,000.
All right.
'Cause I think that was in the first pressing.
Probably.
I think.
Yep. Looks to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So
for
I came
anyone
up with my
listening-
calculations, by the way. So I'd probably only come back to 4 of the 8 albums, which
What's
puts you at
4?
half. I'd come back to Homesick, obviously, what separates me from you, Common Courtesy, and For Those Who Have Heart. It's probably the 4 I would come back to. Maybe an occasional Bad Vibrations, but not the whole album.
All right.
So it's 50%, but I think Homesick and those albums are so strong, it has to be higher than that. But for the discography as a whole, I probably would give it 6. Just because
All
the
right.
rest of the discography.
Yeah, that's why it's rated so high, because the good albums are great.
Yeah. If we're just looking at 4 albums, that's 9 or 10. I mean, it's up there.
All right. I want to have a closing message.
No.
Okay. Please.
And
Fine. It doesn't need to be closing. You can comment after. I want someone else to variant collect them. To anyone listening, variant collect them. It's fun. It's great. It's not
If
a
you have
pain.
been listening at all, it's the worst.
dang, you lied a lot of times in one sentence. That's quite impressive.
There's only over 100 vinyl for it.
Hey, but at least you got plenty of color options.
You do. I will say some of the Day to Remember vinyl I have are some of the nicest looking vinyl I have.
I mean,
Okay.
Victory did really good with Starburst for a long time.
Even the putty stuff, absolutely gorgeous.
That too.
Honestly, I have known I've known 5 people try to variant collect them. Only one is kind of continuing, and they took a break when You're Welcome dropped to grab all of those, and then they're going back. But I think he said he has 50% done.
To 50 more ish.
Yeah, 50-ish more.
That's why I VC'd a dead band with only a few copies.
Wow.
I should have done that. It would have been really smart.
To be fair, when I started, I think they only had 80 or something. Like, I'm okay. Yes, that's really
Only
bad.
80.
But I'm looking back at it. You know, now they're at like I think 117 or something, 115. You know, like if I started now with the prices that Homesick are going for and stuff like that, I'd never touch it. Like there's no way I'd consider it.
You could give me 75% and I would still not touch it. Just give me all the common courtesy, Homesick, and what separates me, and then that's fine.
Yeah, the most expensive ones.
Exactly. Yeah, don't variant collect that band.
Yeah, not a day to remember. Collect a dead band.
Nope.
Yeah, but I did it. It was fun. Honestly, like Laura has said, she's surprised it only took me a year. I'm still surprised she let me.
Yeah.
Dude, we went for a walk and I told her, I'm like, what if I variant collected a day to remember? I remember the street I was on in the corner. I'm like, I'm doing it. And she's like, are you? And I'm like, yeah, why not? But this was also like, you could put up an ISO post and people would be like, I have 7 of them. Here you go. Like retail, you know. But
When retail used to be a thing.
I've never seen it.
It's fun.
No?
Well, I don't have anything else to say.
Yeah, I'll call it.
Yep.
As soon as I just did something on my computer.
Nice.
Nice.